It's great to be with all of you. I want to thank all of the folks who are standing behind me today, and I hope that I don't miss anybody, and if I do, please let me know. But I have my partner and the Vice President of the City Council, Jacqueline Brechtel Clarkson, whose father opened up this facility back in the day. We're coming full circle. I want to thank also Deputy Mayor Cedric Grant, who's a Deputy Mayor for Facilities, Infrastructure, and Community Development. Mr. Vic Richards, who's the CEO of Nord C. Andre Codigan, who's the Deputy Director of Programs for FEMA. And we have a number of other individuals here. Kara Morgan is the President of the Irish Channel Neighborhood Association. Kara, thank you so much for being here and all of your work. We have Debbie Pigman, who is the head of the Faubourg Delichet neighborhood. Thank you so much, Debbie. And Lindsay Tubbs, who's the head of the Lyonsburg Boosters Club. Lindsay, thank you so much for being here. And we have other individuals. You can see behind me, Mr. Joe. Where are you, Mr. Joe? Raise your hand. Mr. Joe's the project manager. I told him, look, the rule is on time, on task, and under budget. And he said, absolutely. So I'm holding you to that. Y'all will be finished next week. But these guys have been in, and these gentlemen are the guys that are actually on the ground doing the work. And I see Miss Elaine Goutte here, who's representing Ryan Goutte Construction Company, who has been a great provider for services for us, and so many other people who have been involved in this effort. Our entire team at Capital Projects has done a spectacular job, and I thank them as well. This facility was opened in 1954. It was dedicated to John P. Lyons, who was a soldier that was killed in advancing freedom. He was killed in World War II. This facility was named after him. Between that time and the year 2005, there are a lot of young children that went through this door. And inside these walls, many, many people helped prepare those young children for great lives. I'm one of the kids that walked through this door. I played bitty basketball in this facility. I played baseball in the yard behind us and spent a lot of time on this corner. And I tell you, it's just such an important message again of what actually NORD does for all of our kids. And so Katrina changed everybody's life, and it changed a lot of lives of kids in this neighborhood and shut it down. And when we started thinking again about rebuilding the city, as I have said many times, we're not building it back the way it was. We're taking the time to build the city the way we always envisioned her to be. And of course, this is going to be another symbol of rebirth for the city of New Orleans. So we're breaking ground today. It's another one of our 100 projects that we are going to deliver on time, on task, and under budget. This summer, 7,150 people visited the 12 weeks of swimming. And this pool adjacent to this facility was open last year. This is going to be a $5 million state-of-the-art recreational center. It will be completed by the spring of 2013. It is an example of us really thinking about what these facilities should be. And so this is not only going to be a gym, which is what it was before, but now there's going to be a state-of-the-art computer center so that we can help link kids to recreation and to learning. There also will be a state-of-the-art dance studio here. There will also be a movie theater here. There also will be a pool, as we said before, and there are going to be activity rooms. And this is a result of collaboration between the city, the FEMA, and the community, and also the private sector. Chevron has donated $115,000 to move us towards a dance studio. The NFL and the NORD Foundation are partnering to make this one of the NFL sites. So you saw the work that we did with Nike out of Joe Brown Park. NFL then came back in and said we want to do some things at sites around the city, and this is one of them. So again, as I've said many times, thank you, the things that are working in the city, the things that are working really, really well, are all an example of collaboration on the federal, state, and local level, horizontally and vertically, and then partnerships with the public sector, the private sector, the faith-based community, and community organizations as well. That is the model that works. That is why I have said many times that the city of New Orleans has become this nation's most immediate laboratory for innovation and change, because what's driving innovation and change is a partnership, is consensus building, is collaboration and problem solving. And the rest of the country is wondering how in the world we're doing it. We're doing it through partnerships. We're doing it through getting to yes. We're doing it through pushing the extremes aside and working down the middle and finding a way through public sector and private sector dollars, faith-based dollars, federal, state, and local to put it all together to create a vision of what we always wanted to be. That's the model that works. And that's the model that's rebuilding the rest of the city. So I'm thrilled to be here. I thank all of you for everything that you've have done to make this possible. And now I'm going to call up Mr. Vic Richard, after which we'll have Councilmember Clarkson, Deputy Mayor Cedric Grant, Andre Codigan is the Deputy Director of FEMA, and then we'll follow through after that. Thank you so much, Vic.
Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It's good to see everyone. As the mayor said, this was his house, and he said he ran Biddy, and it might have lasted for a half a day. But, you know, I too was a part of this rec center, playing up at Carrollton. But it's more than a rec center. As the mayor talked about, life lessons, preparing you for the future, long life and creating memories, and just having fun, and how life's supposed to be. And Katrina is behind us. And as he said, the commitment that we have is to creating a city that we desire to be. Because we constantly hear, well, I went to Denver, I went to Atlanta, I went to Philly. Well, our attitude is real simple. If they have it, why shouldn't we? One of my roles and responsibility is to create a brand and to bring that attitude about behavior and service delivery, and this is our commitment. So I can't thank the mayor for his leadership and his vision. I know when I first was asked to come in on a temporary basis, I needed to know, was he serious? Also, when I had a chance to meet with Council President at that time, Ms. Clarkson, what is the commitment to the city, to the youth, and to the children? It's $130, $40 million infrastructure investment alone. And it's not happening anywhere else in the country at this time but here in New Orleans. So, you know, the leadership of Deputy Mayor Grant, Vince, the Capital Projects Director, Nord's little team that's growing, the new foundation, and Annie and her team, the private sector, that model works every day. And what we will be asking is for the community to take ownership and to work with us and to partner and not to look back. We don't want to talk about the past. We want to talk about where we are and where we desire to go. So it's not more of an exciting time to be a proud New Orleanian, but to live here and to make our city what it deserves to be. So I want to say God continue to bless and keep you all. Let's keep our eye focused on the prize and not look back. I would like to now recognize and ask the Vice President, but the President of Nord, Ms. Clarkson.
Thank you, Vic. And no one could ever feel what I feel standing here. The memories that it brings of the original Nords. And yes, I have to go back. I have to go back because that is what I brought to this council. I brought that vision of the best recreation program in the country. Not just my opinion, because my father was one of the founders. It was in Life magazine in 1949 as the greatest recreation program in the United States of America. What was the secret? The secret was partnerships. What is this mayor and his team doing now again after all these years? Partnerships. That is why you look back long enough to see what was the greatness, and then you take that forward. That's the forward looking we have now. It's the partnerships that's making this work. It's the private-public partnership of the new North Sea. But it's the mayor's collaborative efforts where he goes out and gets the other partners, whether they be the NFL, whether they be FEMA, whether they be, again, we all go get the neighborhoods. We could never do it without the neighborhoods. We have Woody Koppel here, raise your hand, Woody, from the school board. We are in collaborate. We're going to have computers. It's all about the next step, state of the art, and how you build the next best partnership. I thank you, Mayor Mitch Landrieu, because I've said this before. You've been the best we've ever had at creating the partnerships. Well, I won't say it in front of your dad, but because the partnerships are what. But if you track, unfortunately, at my age, I can track every mayor back to Chet Morrison. And if there was ever greatness in any one of the mayors, it was the building of partnerships. And that's what this mayor is going to leave as his legacy. Because the partnerships are even greater now than ever. They're all the way to the federal government. They include FEMA, they include NFL. We've never had such partnerships. It's what we need to go to the state-of-the-art tomorrow. But the most exciting thing, I too played ball here. I represented Berman Gym, volleyball, basketball, swimming, and dance under Lilia Howard, the great Parisian ballerina of New Orleans, who taught Nord Ballet in the gymnasium. And this Jenny Hamilton standing here brought that back. And so we have it all, and we're on to the future, and it couldn't be better. Thank you.